Okay, welcome back. Next in a series of indoor gun range friendly 1911 drills, we're going to do something we're going to call the tabletop reload, full tabletop reload. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a completely empty gun, hammer down, and you're going to lay it on the bench or the table or whatever's available at your gun range. In this case, we have the barrel. And I'm going to have a magazine with one round in it, and we're gonna pick up the gun with your strong hand, pick up the magazine, load it, charge the gun, press out, get your shot. Now let's talk about a couple of the finer points. So you have to have a plan when you're reloading a gun, and this is a good way to figure out what your normal MO is, but also to be mindful that changing guns, even if they're the same kind of gun, can cause problems. Let me explain. This is a 1911. This is a 45 caliber ACP gun. This is my old work gun, and it's got a 20-pound recoil spring in it because that's what I chose to run in it. So it is very heavily sprung. So out of habit, back in the old days, you can even see the wear where I would come across the top and rack the gun. I wouldn't really slingshot it. If I was slingshotting it with the hammer down, it's a little bit tougher, but on all cases, I could do this. It doesn't have front cocking serrations on it, so that wasn't really a thing back in the 90s, so, this is the thing. So, well, if you look at my other guns that you see me shoot just in the past, say, couple of weeks, this is one I don't normally shoot. You'll see me with a gun with a red dot, and you'll see me with a gun with front cocking serrations, 9mm and a much lighter spring. So if I were to be working a gun with a red dot, would I want to come over the top and grab that red dot? For me, that would be a no. If this gun, because it doesn't have front cocking serrations and it's got a heavy spring, do I necessarily, let's do a hammer down, necessarily want to try to come in and grab the front? I can, but if my hands were bloody or sweaty or wet or whatever, I just literally just shorted it. And I'm not a weak guy, so you got to figure out what you want to do with your gun and what your boundaries are. So even so this is why I'm a big advocate of not changing your carry guns, even if it's the same gun, because this 1911 from the single stack 9mm, from the double stack with the red dot, while they're all 1911s, are very, very, very different guns. And so let's go ahead and we're going to be able to work. This is a full reload at an indoor gun range. You'll be able to do this. I'm going to press out onto a target at 6 yards, and but the goal is to reload. Yes, I want my hits, but the goal is to work the reloads. One more thing I just remembered. You're going to have to make a decision when you lay your rounds, your magazines, on your deck. Are you going to lay them this way? You're going to lay them this way? You're going to lay them this way? I would maybe be a big advocate. If you're someone that's trying to master a reload from a pouch, maybe you lay them flat on their spines and pick them up like this, and then try to work it in. That's one way I used to do it. Or you can try laying them flat. For this situation, we're in the wind. It's not a level barrel. This thing, it's going to go sliding all over the place. So I'm going to lay them flat, pick them up. But if I was at an indoor gun range and I was still trying to master a reload from a pouch, I would consider laying them flat on their spine and then picking them up, loading it, and doing it like that, because it'll translate for when you're out at a real range like this one. These out of the way first. It's not ideal, but you know what? Ideal's a good training scenario. So am kind of chasing mags a little bit, but that's to be expected. This is obviously a pace you could run at an indoor gun range, and a range safety officer is never going to notice. Probably over-aimed on that one. Let's do it again. Let's see if we can't set up a couple more. Let's see if I can't successfully set up. We'll wait for that plane to pass. Let's see if I can't successfully set up a spine reload where I'm grabbing the magazine and putting it up like that. It's going to be a little tough on this barrel, but we'll give it a shot. Very cognizant of this drill, even when you're dropping the hammer down range on an empty gun, that you need to pay very close attention that your gun is empty and you don't do something goofy like cross your hand with a loaded gun. This seems like a simple drill, but take your time with it. So bad. On that one a little bit. Do that again. A pace that a range safety officer is never going to even give you a second look. I kind of flubbed that one a little bit. You'll notice I messed up. I didn't grab the magazine correctly. For that, I grabbed it like this and I paid for it. Let's do one like this correctly. Here we go. A little slow on that. And magwell certainly helps. This is single stack life. So anyway, if you want to see a number of stories or pictures, links, or drills like this, please go to our website at John1911.com. That's JOHN1911.com. Remember, it's all about shooting guns and having fun. Everybody, have a good day.